and welcome to Social Buzz Extra here on Global Television. I am your host, Ogochukwu. And you know how we do it here on Social Buzz Extra, bringing you the hot, trending gist on social media. If it's trending, just know that we are buzzing, and if it's buzzing, we are on it. There's no way it's going to trend and we don't pick it. So we are going to be giving you a highlight of some of the trending issues, over the weekend. It's a Monday morning, and people are still all over what has happened in the weekend, on Saturday, on Sunday, and some of these gist I'm going to be giving you today are some gist that have been trending over the week, or like last week it has been on, and different phases keeps unfolding. You know how we do it, bringing you gist. If it's not ending that particular day, we are going to bring it as it's unfold, okay? All right, stay with us. And to be part of this conversation, all you need to do is to watch on DSTV, channel 365, or you watch on StarTimes, channel 276. Or you can actually subscribe to our page on Global Television. On YouTube, is Global TV NG. On YouTube, Global TV NG. All you need to do is to subscribe and also press the bell-like icon so it notifies you whenever we come online and whenever we bring your way the happening gist, just like Social Buzz and other programs, on Global TV. All right, into the first conversation of the day. Kano residents protest against foreign interference. Thousands of residents in Kano State poured into the streets in protest, voicing their anger over recent remarks by the U.S. President Donald Trump about the killings of Christians in Nigeria. The demonstrators accused Trump and the U.S. of attempting to sow discord and destabilize the country, calling on the Nigerian government to defend the nation's sovereignty against what they described as foreign interference. These bandits are our sons, brothers, fathers. Northern Islamic leaders urge protesters burning American flag as they lead massive protests against Donald Trump. U.S. military intervention in Nigeria to stop the ongoing Christian genocide in Nigeria. Okay, at this point, I really do not like the fact that they have to target just one particular, thing, like the Christian genocide or all of that. I just feel like it is everyone that is suffering it. If you go to the north, there are some Muslims that will tell you, oh, that people are dying every day, things are happening. And also when you go to the south, like people are also suffering from banditry, kidnappers, and all of that. It is just a problem of insecurity that I feel like we Nigerians, we really need to put our heads together to solve it. And our leaders should be accountable for anything it is. When it comes to insecurity, you never can actually hear enough of it. And it's worse in the north, and that's the reason why they have to speak out. It's in the north, it's more like they are not even safe. They can't even go out to their farms. We get to hear killings. If you go to Benue State, you hear killings. Just recently in Yellowwater, over 300 persons died in cold blood just for no reason. People just come kill you for no reason just because they are land grabbers. They want to pick your lands, or they want to take over your farms and all of that. And it's really not a good one. I think this whole thing it's supposed to come to an end. Like, it's long overdue. Because if you check, most of the presidents we have right now, or we've had over the years, or the governors we have, they'll all tell you, the reason their manifesto is always about ending insecurity and corruption. And in as much as they come out to say we are going to end insecurity and corruption, we've never really seen that happen. And things like this have been going on for a long time, and nobody even come out to, or cared to come out to address the level of insecurity in the country. Rather, we see them, preparing for the next election in 2027. This is really heartbreaking. It is sickening to hear that the people who are supposed to protect you are no longer doing the job of protecting you, but rather it is more of a selfish interest. Everything you get to hear right now, when it's all politics, everything is being politicized, and nobody even gets to feel human sympathy, when it comes to things like this. Insecurity is gradually taking over the country. And so if President Donald Trump feels like the only way he can actually help Nigeria is to, invade, the country and make sure that the military people do their job and bring insecurity to an end, why not? I think it is a welcome idea. But I know people are so concerned about, what will happen to our resources? I will tell you what has happened to our resources over the years. You can still, most of us, we have cars, and some of us, okay, people who do not have vehicles, we pay transportation. And I can tell you, just in the space of just 2 years, the price of petrol, the price of PMS and all other, crude, qualities, they've all dropped. Everything, when it comes to quality of crude, it's all dropped. And also when it comes to PMS, the price of PMS, you can tell that it's actually increased. It's increased like in a very large percentage. When I talk about dropping, the quality of PMS dropping, you hear people telling you, oh, if I buy fuel today, I'm supposed to use it normally. After like 2 years ago, I was supposed to use that fuel for, let's say, the whole day. But right now, if I buy fuel of 10,000 naira, I can't even use it for half a day. You hear taxi drivers complaining. So it's more like, okay, maybe the quality actually dropped. But meanwhile, the price increased. For people who take transportation to go wherever, for people who do not have their own cars, they'll tell you, oh, the distance I used to cover for just 200 naira, right now I pay 1,000 naira to cover that same distance. And you begin to ask yourself, what actually changed? What happened? There are some persons who are there and they're just, there just to eat from the crude, take over our resources. And these people are not even foreigners. These are our own Nigerians, but they are the elites. Most of them are just money makers. They're using every opportunity they have to make sure that they make money, and and it's not really cool, I must tell you. So most times I ask myself, how many times have the common Nigerian, how many times have the masses, the common masses there on the street really benefited from the natural resources in Nigeria? We used to say, oh, the foreigners are coming over and all they'll have to do is to steal our resources and all of that. But then they still bring investment to the country. And those resources cannot just be stolen. It's not Gary, it's not beans in the market. You cannot just go and just pick resources like that. It's not possible. So I think there are people who also give these people a license. Last week we just spoke about someone who was mining somewhere in Zamfara, mining a diamond in Zamfara state. And you ask yourself, who gave this person license? The person is licensed to do that, and that's the reason why he did that, or he is doing that. So Nigerians, we are asking our leaders, please help us. It's not just about, oh, taking our resources, or coming to cause distort in amongst us. We are one Nigeria, yes. We are brothers, yes. We are good people, yes. We are accommodating, but let's say the truth as it is right now. Can we or can our government really handle the insecurity in this country? Because it's becoming too much. You can barely sleep well at night without thinking, when you go through social media, when you go through the news, the papers, wherever it is, you must definitely hear one thing that is heartbreaking, a story about kidnapping or banditry or something, honestly. And right now, we know that in Abuja, one chance is ravaging, but thank God for the Minister of Abuja, Nyesom Wike, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, who has actually helped to reduce that, so they really don't get to hear that so much. So if every other person can really have the people at heart, and also work towards insecurity, I'm sure Nigeria is going to be a better place. I always tell people, the only problem we have in this country is corruption. If corruption can be reduced and everybody do their job diligently the way it's supposed to be, then we won't have issue of insecurity and other vices that are reducing Nigeria, honestly. Because Nigeria will be a big name, giant of Africa, and not be for mouth. It's not cho-cho-cho. We earned it, so we should actually act like giants of Africa. Well, we'll be taking some comments as regards this topic, and the first one is coming from Benosi. And Benosi says, in the end, we will all come to the immutable truth that Nigeria cannot continue to be one indivisible country. Okay? That's from Benosi. The next comment is coming from Official God Gentle, and God Gentle says, Trump only told Tinubu to fix the insecurities in Nigeria, or else he'll come fix it. And now they have gone to mobilize their people to protest against Trump's intervention. God help this country. Of course, God help this country indeed. Well, that's for the protests in Kano State, and, I hope it has been addressed. Yesterday it was peaceful, and yeah, although the burning of the flag, the United States of American flag, really wasn't necessary, but come on. I think we all are fighting for one goal, which is security. Security. Let's all have security in our country. No fear. You know, I remember when people tell you, oh, they like traveling by, using night bus. They travel by road. Right now, people even fear traveling by road, even during the day, because anything can happen. So we want to go back to those days when we can actually travel, walk at nights without the fear of, being kidnapped or being killed by banditry or so. All right, so that's that for the first topic. The next one, we're moving over to Senator PrinceNedNwoko and, his estranged wife, Regina Daniels. This story has been on, and I told you, I promised you that as it lingers, as it unfolds every day, we'll be bringing you gist. So a lot has happened during this weekend, from PrinceNedNwoko and also from Regina Daniels, all of them spilling hard truths, things we never thought existed. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So Regina Daniels started with, she posted on her Instagram page saying the Senator PrinceNedNwoko allegedly, sponsored her or made her started taking drugs. Reason being that he said she looks more pretty and really appealing to him more whenever she is high, allegedly. Whenever she is high, so, and that's the reason why she started it. But then it's not even enough to drag her family to it. The senator also came out on his own end to say the reason why he stopped the family from coming, the brothers, the mother also, from coming, was because the brothers were, one of them was actually one of the sponsors of the drugs, and he is against drugs. He doesn't like it. As a matter of fact, he said he is a vegetarian who never smokes nor drink. So he's against drugs. How can he be the one sponsoring, or how can he be the one who actually led her on to take drugs? And also said that he wanted her to go back to rehab, or else he's going to, detain her or something. Meanwhile, Regina on her own end said, different times, Ned will lock her up, inject and call a doctor to inject her. A lot of stories, and you're asking yourself, what exactly is going on? Because this person is saying a different thing, this one is saying a different thing, and they are both countering each other. What exactly is going on? How can we help these two people? Because there were a time we all admired this young lady. Well, someone has taken it up upon himself and said PrinceNedNwoko must be held accountable for crimes against a minor. This is coming from Omoyele, Sowore. He said the case of APC Senator PrinceNedNwoko has gone far beyond politics. It now points to serious criminal conduct and gross abuse of power, as revealed by his now estranged wife, Regina Daniels. According to Regina Daniels, Senator PrinceNedNwoko married her when she was only 17 years old, at a time when she was legally a minor under UK law, where Nwoko remains a registered legal practitioner. Any sexual activity following that marriage would under British law amount to statutory rape. More disturbing, and Regina Daniels' allegation that Senator Ned Nwoko introduced her to hard drugs while she was still underage and repeatedly forced himself upon her. These are not mere moral failings. They are serious criminal offenses that demand investigations and prosecution. It is unacceptable for Ned Nwoko to continue parading himself as a lawyer in the United Kingdom while facing these damning allegations. The Law Society of England and Wales must be alerted, and the Solicitor Regulation Authority must begin disciplinary proceedings before the Independent Solicitors Disciplinary Tribunal to determine his fitness to practice law in the UK. We will not allow Ned Nwoko to continue using the now disgraced Nigerian police force, his political influence, or illicit wealth to suppress victims, pervert justice, and trample on human rights in Nigeria or anywhere else in the world. That's how Sowore ended his post, his quote on his Instagram page. He feels like, oh, Senator Ned Nwoko is supposed to step down and go sort out whatever it is happening in his house. And according to Regina Daniels, who said the senator married her when she was only 17. But guess what? There was another interview, by BBC. where the mother was interviewed some years back, and she said this young lady wasn't 17 when she got married, she was 20. Now Regina said she was 17 when she got married. What are we taking? Who are we believing from? And who are we not believing at this point? Everywhere, some persons even came up with facts, browsing the internet, and said she was born on the 10th day of the 10th month, 2000. That makes her 25 years old. Meanwhile, Regina, on the other hand, said she's not 25, she's 24. Okay, if you are 24, that means you got married at 18. But then everywhere you go, you say you are 17. So what exactly is going on? Away from the age, the katakata, the whole, is a lot. Honestly, let's say it's a lot. Let's just say the truth the way it is. Ned Nwoko needs to step down a bit from his duties as a senator and go fix his home. The everyday interview, granting of interviews, dropping new posts on Instagram, video evidence and all of that, these are not going to really help the senator. The senator should know better. I think he's of age, he's over 60 years of age, and also, this is not his first wife. He has had several other wives and all of that. So this is like a third, fourth wife or so. So, at this point, we really cannot say much, but we're going to be taking comments. So the first comment is coming from Official Kempat. Official Kempat says, I saw a BBC interview granted 7 years ago where Regina's mom claimed she was 20 and made her decision to marry Ned, even though we all know she is the orchestrator. So how come they are claiming 17 years now? By the way, they are not both bound by UK laws. They got married under Nigerian laws. Pakistanis living in UK send their daughters home to marry at 16 under Pakistani law, provided the marriage is not held under UK laws. It's none of UK's business. Okay, that's how Official Kempat. This is schooling, like from the beginning to the end, is like schooling and notifying Sowore that this thing that you are putting your hand now, this family thing, let me school you a bit. These people got married, and there was no law. Regina said it herself. She would have divorced like a long time ago, but then he didn't even marry her in any court. There was no court. No court. No court actually wedded these people. It was just a small gathering in the house, swearing of oath and all of that. We all saw that video and pictures. It made round on the internet when she got married. So there was actually no court marriage, no church marriage. So just that gathering. And we all saw it. And, during the oath taking, most people were really disturbed at what exactly was going on. We've never seen this type, before. This fashion was a different one. And I think that oath is really strong because to Panet, you cannot leave. You cannot go anywhere. The senator said, you can't leave. You cannot leave me. You have to return. Whatever it is you do, you have to return and all of that. And also, secondly, please, many people are still dragging the mother. Regina came out herself to say, my mother didn't force me to marry this man. I went on my own. I liked him. I loved him rather, according to Regina. And she married him. So, please, I think it's enough dragging for the mother. Also, the brother said same thing. He said, when Regina brought this man to them in the house, he didn't like the senator at first, but with time, because he's his sister, he actually liked her. And at first, he was dragging the mother. He felt the mother was the one who was leading her on, only to find out that Regina actually liked this man for real. So, please, I think it's high time everyone stopped, dragging the mom into this. The next comment is coming from Kings Livet. And Kings Livet said, we need to deal with Ned first and come back to blame Regina. Both of them should be responsible for their inordinate actions. Yes, both of them have lapses, and I think it's time everybody pack in, move into your house, lock yourselves, and sort yourself out. I understand that everyone is saying, yes, this is family issue, and they don't have to say, but when it's gotten to the case of rape, as she alleged, then I think we all really need to talk about it because they need to go to the court. All right, the third comment is coming from Obafemi Olusegun Jr. And he said, As you are planning to deal with Ned, please include the mother alongside the charges for coercion of a minor as well as sexual abuse of a minor. There is no way Ned could be guilty without the mother of the girl. Okay, there's no way because she actually gave the daughter's hand in marriage to this man, Senator Ned Nwoko. So they feel like, okay, she's also guilty because, come on, you're the mother, you can actually stop her. Tell her, no, don't marry this man, you're too young. But these Gen Zs, that's the point we call coconut head. Sometimes when we want something, we go for it now in it. It's too strong. We always push for it. It's too much. But I think that's where parents really need to stand their ground. For the fact that the daughter is now a provider doesn't mean that she's now the parent. I must advise parents at this point. A lot of young guys and young ladies are now providers by situation. It is the situation of the country. Everyone is providing. 10-year-old is hustling to provide for the family. A 15-year-old is hustling to provide. A 20-year-old, that just started life is hustling to provide for the family. But it doesn't take away your place as the parents. No matter how hard your children are hustling, bustling to provide, it doesn't mean that you cannot speak to them when you're supposed to. Please, you have to stand your ground as the parent, as the mother, as the father, and make sure that you actually do what is right. All right, to the last one today, stand-up comedian Anita Sowore welcomes baby, her new baby. Congratulations in orders. Anita Sowore and husband welcomes their fourth baby on Sunday, the 9th of November. I remember when she got pregnant, everybody was saying, oh, it's AI. Oh, it's surrogacy. It is not real. Kemi on her own end wrote a lot. So many people, a lot happened until she came out to say, okay, this is me. All right, this is my stomach. It is not AI. It's not surrogacy. Blah, 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 and all of that. A lot of people, too, were speculating that, oh, she did a gastric bypass. How can she be pregnant? Oh, will the stomach be able to carry a baby? When you're not assistant God, you're not even a doctor. Most of the people saying this are not doctors. And sometimes I ask myself, these comments, are they due to hate? Or what exactly led to this comment? Because I remember that back in the day, when people are pregnant, you are happy for them. They're expecting, you're happy. So what? It's not like she cannot take care of the children. She has enough money. Her husband has money to take care of the children. So what is going on? The hatred actually is more like witchcraft. That's the one. Let me use Anita's voice to say, now witch they were, now wish they were. It's more like witchcraft. So please, at this point, we have seen it with our eyes. We've seen that she was pregnant. She walked us through the journey, and now she has given birth. Congratulations once more, Anita Sowore. We are really proud of you from Global Television, and we say congratulations to your fourth child. It's a baby girl, added to the society. One more girl to the society. Congratulations, Anita Sowore. All right, I think that's all we have for you today on Social Buzz Extra here on Global Television. Wish we had more time, would have bring more. So be part of this conversation by joining on YouTube as usual as Global TV NG and drop your comments. I'm Omoyele. Until I see you again next time, please stay with us as the news at 12 about to come up. Bye for now.